So I don't know if you guys want to watch or not or anything like that, but yeah, I've got to build this bracket. I've kind of already built it. Now we've got to clean stuff up. It's just a shade too tall yet, maybe 1/8 of an inch. So we're going to use that handy Harbor Freight porta-band saw. All right, so we've been up said bracket, welded it all in, cleaned it up, wiped it down. Now we're going to give it a little primer out the old aerosol can.
All right, so we're back in the shop.
And yeah.
Exactly how I want it. I got speed in the middle, torque in the...
All right, now you can see I've got the bracket bolted in. I painted it, and I've got to mark a couple of holes so that I can drill those, and then we'll get them tapped. Takes a very steady hand. This is what it looks like when you don't drill and build those brackets before the car's built. It's really tight space in here. It's hard to video it, so I'm just working on getting this tapped and get bolts where they'll go in it, and then I've got to take it back off. I'm going to touch up the paint, and my heim joint, it won't lift up and go in there from where we are here, so we have to get that in before we tighten it up. Now we're down here underneath nutting and bolting this thing, and by golly, Jimmy forgot to put cotter pins in everything that would require one. Yeah, we better take care of that. Tighten up a few bolts, make sure everything is good under here, so when we go driving we don't lose steering or brakes or, you know, any of that kind of stuff. Yeah, may have to go back and review some of those videos of yeah, tighten them up. I think I see a hole right there. We just need to go half a flat. Oh yeah, there we go. Up at top. See, that's what gets me. Half tight, half untight. Oh yeah, here we are, guys. You gotta make sure everything's tight, right? So just give her a little ooga looga there. Pretty tight. Oh, that one's not as tight. Then you gotta make sure, because you know it's gonna turn on the other side. You gotta get your handy dandy one size fits all metric size crescent. Get her in there and suck her down, good buddy. Sink. They're all pretty tight, man. They sure are. That's 3/4. Yep. So I am finding a lot that are tight. a few that are loose still. Some are somewhere in between. I'm looking up here at my steering shaft and I see spline there. I'm going to take this loose and see if I can drive that down on it, because I really think this thing wants to straighten up a little bit in a way that it's oriented. So I am going to get up here and make sure my exhaust is tight, and I just kind of keep working my way back. Jimmy must have done that one, fellas. There ain't even a nut on the motor mount bolt. Tight. All right. All right. So you can kind of, get an idea of what we're trying to do here. Got to have something to cover up the nasty gap in between these front fenders. So, been working at it a while, and we'll see what we can get. All right. So, made me a little cardboard template and transferred it and built this piece out of it so we could cover up the ugly gap in between our front fenders. That thing, it just started out over here as a piece of aluminum. Used our cool little bandsaw table and cut that piece out and then spent hours bending it. I didn't record it, I'm sorry. It was just a whole bunch of bending, checking, and then a lot of sanding to get that thing where we could halfway polish it. World. Air compressor in the cage. Oh, big green. So there you go. It fits on this side really good. This side, maybe not as good. But it's still on there. It covers up the gap, and we can tweak on stuff later. The big fabrication part of it's done. So I'm going to hook the electric choke up on the car. Still doing a ton of little piddly stuff that I just skipped over to get the big stuff done.
So it's published in 1954, so it's probably written like 1952, 1953, and it's based on...
All right, guys. I hope we made something out of this video. We did fix a few things, like got our steering firmed up, everything's tight, feels good. Toe in, it's better than it was. The car will drive down the road. A lot of stuff tightened up on it, and it definitely is more like a car driving it now. Working on next project of installing door handles. I've had tape in that ever since I painted it, so you guys might have thought we were going to shave them, but no, I want a little jewelry on the side. I think it'll look good after losing the vent windows and everything. This kind of goes with the overall look of the car. I think a nice piece of jewelry here. We'll get a hood on it eventually. Yeah, these doors are something else. So, hey, when you're inventing it, it takes a while. You got, like, I'm not a CAD guy. I'm a lay in bed, think about it at night, dream it up, and then come out, look at it, see what we can do out here in the shop. Yeah, and we've made some really cool stuff in the past couple of videos for the car. I can see a light at the end of the tunnel on this thing. So, hey, anyway, give the video a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you think of it. And guys, we'll catch you on the next one.